Lights, camera, action, let's dive in deep. Talking directors, actors, the secrets they keep. From behind the scenes to the silver screen. Hard-hitting questions, nothing in between. We're rated B, rated the podcast sensation. Unveiling truth, sparking conversations. Where every story gets its chance to shine. We're rated B, rated, let's rewind.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Berated B-Rated Conversations. In this episode, Brian with a B and I talked to Natasha Tosini and Stephen Staley, directors of Viral Haunt. This movie also stars Natasha Tosini, Danielle Scott, Kelly Rian Sanson, Stephen Staley, and Jack Hoy. This movie is the story of a group of famous YouTubers known for their paranormal ghost hunting video blogs, set out on a mission to end the rumors they're faking their haunts and film their most ambitious video yet. We hope you enjoy this episode, and thank you for listening. Welcome to Berated B-Rated Conversations. Today we have with us Natasha Tosini and Stephen Staley. How's it going? Hope I said that right.
Thank you.
Really good, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Big hello from the UK for you.
Hello,
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Taking time out of your day to meet with us, of all people, right?
Well, yeah, today, because I hadn't heard about this until you guys mentioned it. You both mentioned it to me. The movie's Viral Haunt. So this movie will be coming out in a few months.
Probably maybe 6 months, I'd say.
6 months.
Yeah.
So, kind of, what is the story of the movie that you can talk about?
So it's based around a group of social media influencers, let's say, that have made a following online from going to haunted places and ultimately faking happenings, for entertainment purposes. And they've obviously grown in popularity over a relatively short space of time, several years, obviously, but nevertheless. And what started off was just 2 people doing it, ended up being 6 people. And we start the movie pretty much where the 6 people are influencers, they're successful, but they've obviously got, a large audience of people watching them, but the audience is now attacking them they think they're faking it, basically faking the happenings. And the leader of the group doesn't take this too well and takes us to a genuinely haunted place. And it's at that haunted place where the film kicks into gear, and we see what happens and how these social media influencers deal with real happenings, real haunted happenings, if you want to say that. So,
That's awesome. I'm always for influencers getting jacked up. I like all the time. I've got a son, and I believe one time he met Willie Nelson, and he's like, "Dad, I met a YouTuber today," and I was like, "What?" The dude's not a YouTuber, bro. He's a musician, And so every movie that we can get our hands on and watch about influencers, we love them, man. That's an amazing idea.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. It's good to follow the characters on a journey from where they started, where some of them weren't interested in attention at all, and then over the course of the film, they change or some of them change quite dramatically due to the fame.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see how they react to these bad things that start to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they all have their own different struggles. some more than others. But yeah, it gets interesting to see how they deal with it, and also just the other relationships with the characters as it develops. It's good.
Yeah, when they have to start being
Yeah,
real, it's
Yeah.
that easy.
Yeah.
that's it.
I try to
There's a lot of
explain.
depth to the characters.
That's awesome. Yeah, we try to explain to our kid that, dude, these people don't really have 87 Ferraris, man. It's just a show, you know.
Yeah.
So, would we be able to watch it with, like, let's say, a 10-year-old kid?
Do you know what?
He watches. The only thing he's not allowed to watch, for the most part, is, I guess, nudity to a
Okay.
certain extent.
There's no
You know?
nudity. There's no
Oh,
nudity.
so then it's for sure he can watch this. That's
Um,
awesome.
to be fair, I showed my 4-year-old, who was like 2 at the time, Winnie the Pooh #1, the one that I was
Yeah.
in. I showed it to her because I was like,
Mhm.
do you know what? It can't be that bad. And she's pretty like, she's a metalhead anyway. Like she likes Slipknot and stuff like that.
Good.
Like that's her music of choice instead of like kid songs. So she wasn't that bad, to be honest. And when I died in it, she was like, "No, Mama, run!" And then obviously I got run over. And she was like, "Oh, Mama." And
You
she
shouldn't
wasn't,
have done
like, being
that.
snotty. Yeah, she was like more annoyed that I'd not gotten away, which is fair. So I'm sure your son will be fine with it. It's more the thing with me and Steve is we don't really like horror movies, so we don't really enjoy like all the gore, and we don't enjoy like stuff like that. The only horror movies I really ever enjoy nowadays are like psychological horrors, because I think they like get into your head a lot more. I don't enjoy watching gore and watching someone get beaten down and watching all horrible, awful, gruesome things happen to them. So there
Yeah.
isn't really that much gore. So if anyone thinks about avoiding it because of like extreme gore, there isn't extreme gore.
I'd
It's
say
more
if it was-
psychological.
If it was released at cinema, for example, I think it'd probably be a 12. But it
Yeah,
can
or
be
a 15 max.
Yeah, there is
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like I said, he can watch, the action movies. Where I don't know if you guys have seen, what do you call it? Boy Kills World. That's a very,
I've heard of
it's
it.
an-
But yeah, I've not seen
it's an
it.
action movie, but there's a lot, but he's been on our episodes, I think a lot. He watched Dinosaur Prison with us. I believe that was,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No
So,
way.
yeah. So he's seen some of your, I think that he even watched the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I was about to ask, did he watch Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, I think because we've watched that show. I want to say the movie show. We've watched it, I think, at least 3 times, Anthony and I together.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, we did that one. 2, the dinosaur prisons. Yeah, so we've seen
Yeah.
a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'm sure
Which
he'll be fine with it.
My
I'm
son
going to show my
is
4-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, like my son is 5 now. I think he watched Winnie the Pooh, the original, right after it came out with us, and we kind of just like covered his eyes for the bad parts.
Yeah, yeah.
But like the part that I was just like, I hope this doesn't scar him, was like that part at the end where like what is it, where Christopher's
throat.
running away and Maria slits her throat
Yeah.
or gets her throat slit, and he just started crying because like that's not his Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now he's tough, and he eats all of his vegetables because we're like, these people didn't eat their vegetables, bro.
So Winnie
yeah.
Pooh's gonna come for
That's
you.
good.
So with the new movie, we're gonna have to find. We always find like PSAs that we tell the kids about. You see, don't try to act tough.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. Sounds like these people, like you were saying, people think that it's fake, and so they're gonna be like, no, this is real. Sounds like a guy that makes shows out here in Vegas.
Oh,
don't say the name.
Does his
Don't
name
say
rhyme
the
with
name. No, blah 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 blah.
Dak Nagans?
Damn it. So
I didn't say the name.
there's some.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Does he fake it?
I think,
Wait, I think
like,
I know who you're talking about. Is he a ghost hunter?
Yeah.
Does he have his
He-
own like?
He goes on
thing?
adventures. I think it's in the title of his show.
Christ.
You're breaking my absolute heart. You're joking. That's not fake, is it?
So can I ask you guys something, man?
I mean,
So
That was my favorite show.
I'm not
ever.
saying. Oh,
Dude.
well, okay. So I'm not saying I know it's fake, but we have talked to somebody that
We've seen a
I guess
ton of shows.
I won't say who, but we talked to somebody one time who went to go, like, this is before he started doing features. He was like doing documentary stuff and followed people, and like there was this ghost hunting crew that wanted to film at this place, and uh and he's like, you're not like those other guys that just came, like they, because they're fakers. And he's like, we were downstairs and they're upstairs, and they're like, oh my god, there's ghosts, and we just hear a bunch of stomping, and it's like, we're downstairs, and like, there's no ghosts here, like.
No,
Oh my
so it
god,
seems
you've blown my mind just now.
no, it just seems, like we've seen. My wife also loves like all the haunted houses, those shows like that you
Yeah, like
guys sound like you're
hunting
making
for
the
ghosts
movies
sort of
off of.
thing.
Yes, and so we watch them all, and so we've seen, I'd say, almost all of them, and so we'll watch one show about the haunted building and nothing, and the second show about a haunted building, nothing. Then all of a sudden, the third person comes in. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm possessed!" And look at this, and
Yeah,
you're just like, "Wait a second,
yeah.
So it sounds like it. Yeah, man, can't wait 6 months, but you'll let
Well,
us
we
know if it
actually
comes out
went
earlier.
to,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we went to one of the most haunted places in the country to make the film, actually.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask.
But yeah, we didn't see any ghosts.
No,
Or
nothing happened.
we were just
Not
sleeping,
yet.
weren't
It's,
we?
it's when you go back and edit it that you see all the scary
Well,
things, right?
Maybe we did in the film. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did. Yeah, we went to, like, it's very well known. It's a huge, massive mansion, and they
Dang.
Is
do
it
ghost
called?
tours.
Can I say what it's called or not?
I'm sure you can. Yeah.
So it's called Reversby Abbey, I think it's called, isn't it? Reversby Abbey, and we call it that in the film as well. So there's a lot of things where, I really don't want to give too much away here, but there's a person in the film that we talk about, and he is a real life person, and the facts that we talk about are real life facts. So
So
again, I
it's
don't want to give too much away, but it's really cool.
so there's true stuff in there too, and it was actually
Yeah.
recorded at a haunted mansion.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, my
Yeah,
kid, we've
very
watched
cool.
all the House on Haunted Hills and The Bly Manor and like all those shows on Netflix. Like my son, my wife, we've all enjoyed it. Man, can't wait for this one to come out. It sounds it's going to be. So, with your cast, were they all actors, or was there anybody that really did do the haunting, the ghost hunting, and stuff like that? I want to say, was there any professional person on set? If that sounds weird,
Like a
was
professional
anybody
ghost
like,
hunter.
I know what I'm doing with ghosts? Yeah, anybody like that?
Not really. I think they were all
Good.
actors. We had a news reporter,
Ah,
and she is a real news reporter, but she's also an actor on the side,
Yeah.
which just meant that she was great at her job
We
for
wondered
us.
why she was so good, and then we realized she was actually a professional newsreader.
Yeah.
that's what I really
Yeah, she
do.
was great. We
Yeah.
were like, "Oh my god, she's amazing! We've got to have her." And then we realized she's actually a news reporter, and we were like,
It's like,
"Oh,
this is
okay,
the
this is
Evening
why."
6 news lady.
Yeah, we were like, "This is why she's so good."
But yeah,
Wow.
and from the cast, I did notice, from past movies we've watched, you had Danielle Scott, which I do remember her from Mary Had a Little Lamb, which that was a scary ass movie.
Jacked up movie, man.
Oh my god! And
Was it? I've not seen it.
They're
it's
great.
like what is it? The thing I'll say is like because it's like a lamb killer, like having a running killer. It can either be scary or it can just be a guy who's running. Like
Yeah,
in
okay,
this
I
one,
understand you.
like the way they did it, or the way they shot it, like he's scary as hell. Like there's like no way you're getting away from this guy.
Okay, right, yeah, that's terrifying, yeah.
And the other one was Kelly Sanson. We've seen her in a couple things. I can't remember exactly which ones.
Yeah, she
But-
did Snake Hotel, she did Cinderella's Curse.
Oh yeah, that was
She
it.
did
Yeah.
Hook. What else did she do? She did Hook, where Steve plays Captain
that's
Hook.
Yeah, yeah.
That's exciting.
Is that-
that's not out yet. It won't be out for a few months, will it?
I saw a little bit about that. Kind of want to see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me take these notes.
Watch it. You'll see Chopper.
Chopping people up.
Yeah.
What
But,
else has Kelly
okay,
done?
so-
Kelly's done something else really big, and I forgot.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh 2, she was in.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Is that the one we forgot out of everything? Bloody hell.
I was like, she's
I
definitely done
believe she was in the beginning. She's the one that gets
Yeah,
like
yeah.
lobster.
Like the arms snap.
Yeah.
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 Ugh.
Yeah, it was really good. That.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Brutal.
trying to
Smash
flex your
that.
muscles.
Yeah. Oof.
You're like, where's the gym at? Is it over here? Right? Do they do that funny line over there?
Yeah.
It's like, where's the library at? And they like flex their bicep and like
Yeah,
turn
they
it.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. See? That's what she was really doing.
But
Wow.
so how did this like concept sort of? I mean, you kind of alluded to it a little bit, but how did this concept kind of come about for both of you?
Chopper.
Uh-oh.
I didn't want to take over in case you wanted to say anything.
Well, from my point of view, it was we'd already we did our first project together, didn't we? And we did it for an executive producer in the USA. We know them quite well anyway because between me and Tash, we've done about 40 movies for them, maybe more than that. And yeah, we just decided to have a meeting with them and said, we'd like to produce a film. Would you like to work together? And they said, what ideas have you got? So we went away, made loads of ideas, didn't we? Quite quickly, started typing away. We both, I think we pitched 5 ideas each, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They liked Tasha's story the best. And then we developed that. We went and did a treatment for it,
Yeah.
which was 2 or 3 pages, rough outline of each act of the film.
Yeah.
And then they said they really like it and they'd like us to make a script. And then we went off and made a script. It took us about 3 weeks of constant phone calls in it all the time, changing.
Honestly, it was like every day. It was like I take my daughter to bed at 7 p.m. and Steve goes to the gym every day, as you can probably tell. And we synced our time up. So he was going to the gym at the same time I was taking my daughter to bed. So we weren't missing any work time. So when I got back, he'd get back and then we'd work again. Sometimes we were up till 5 a.m. just
Jeez.
working.
You hear that, Amferny?
I know.
It was
Honestly.
a good laugh, but it was also a good experience, wasn't it? We learned a lot. The reason why it took us a long time, because some people probably could write a script in a few days, is because it was new to us.
And we kind of wanted it to be perfect. So every tiny little error we'd find, we'd be like, okay, that needs fixing. Or if a line didn't really make sense, or if we didn't like the way a line sounded, we'd fix it. We wanted it to be perfect, especially because it's our first project and we're doing it together. It's like our baby. So we really wanted to like perfect it.
Yeah, I think that was it ultimately. We wanted to, in future, we might just end up buying scripts or whatever. But for this one, we wanted to see what we wanted to learn, didn't we? We wanted to experience it ourselves. So, yeah.
It was fun though. It was really fun. Like, I think both of us are so lucky that we're best friends because we could have been doing this with anyone and we'd have been like, oh God, here we go. We've got to do this again. But I was genuinely looking forward to it because we'd ring each other every day and I'd be like, oh, brilliant. Here we go. And we'd just be working and laughing and working and talking crap about other stuff. And like all day, every day, we just worked and it was so much fun. And I actually really enjoyed myself. Every aspect of this work that we've done, I've enjoyed because I've been able to do it with Steve. So even like going to location to like scout the place out and look at the rooms and stuff, I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm going to see Steve, And we got there, laughed the whole time, went and had a Mackey's and went home. Do you know what I mean? It was like fun for us to do because we're best friends.
Yeah, it didn't feel like work.
No, definitely not.
No, it didn't. No. It's good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Good memories. It was good all the way through, literally, wasn't it? For the moment we even got onto set, it was just a great time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think you wanted it to end, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't want it to end. I remember leaving set thinking, what do I do now? Just go back home.
You're like, damn it.
Yeah, genuinely, I didn't want to go home because I was like, what am I going to do now? I rang Steve on the way home because I thought, I can't let go of him.
No, and that's, we've seen movies where it seems, I don't want to say like awkward or like, they don't mesh too good. And then we've seen movies where it's like, dude, I guarantee these people hang out outside of the
Yeah.
movie, you know?
Yeah, I
So
think
I'm
when
really
people are having a
excited.
fun time on. Sorry, what was that?
No, so I'm really excited about it. It sounds super awesome and fun.
Yeah, honestly, I think you guys will love it. We've only seen the first cut of it, but I'm not obsessed with it already. I can't wait to see the second edit. Like, I'm so ridiculously excited for it.
Yeah. And I would say that you might see that on the screen as well. The fact that we're
Yeah,
all getting on. I think you can see that in some scenes, can't you?
definitely. Yeah. There's one
Definitely.
scene where we couldn't get through it because we couldn't stop laughing. I'm not gonna. I was about to say what it was, but there's a scene where we
You
did
were putting me up.
like the wide of the scene, obviously, and then we were punching in for like close-ups and different pickups of the whole scene that we wanted to get. And we did everyone's close-up, and then when we got to Steve's close-up, we had someone like. There's a lot of like jump scare moments. Like I said, it's more psychological. So there's a lot of moments where we say a line and someone makes a bang and then lights flash, or another bit where something smashes or a door bangs or something. Loads of their moments. So we had to have crew off camera making sure that those things happened at the right time for like reactions and stuff. And we had somebody that was doing like a clap every time for everyone's close up. But then for Steve, for some reason he changed it, and instead of clapping he went "Ah!" And obviously we all burst out laughing, and then from that point we couldn't
That
get
was
through
it.
the scene.
That was it. The
Yeah.
camera was on me, and if I looked up, Tash was right in front of me, laughing her head off. So I couldn't look at her. And if I looked to my right, Kelly was there. She was laughing her head off. And I was like, I just couldn't. I couldn't look up. I had to look
No.
I
down.
was just looking down the whole time.
See, so that's normal. Every time that Anthony tries to record something, I try to mess him up. And he's like, Brian, you really need to quit. And I was like, bro, it's funny. See?
One thing
Oh my
I
God.
do remember as well, in the Abbey, we were in the cellars. So in the cellars of this huge, massive Abbey, that's where it's supposed to be most haunted. And you wouldn't believe how big. I couldn't believe how big it was. Obviously,
I
it's a
couldn't,
huge
especially
building.
downstairs.
But there was
Massive.
And anyway, down there we saw, it was you actually, Tash. You saw, and we were freezing down there, weren't we? But you saw an opportunity to make another scene of the movie on the spot, and we filmed in that room.
Yeah,
no
we literally
doubt.
wrote a new scene on the clapboard,
Yeah.
didn't we?
With no dialogue. We just made it up, improved it on the day.
Damn.
And we're having. You can tell when you watch that scene that we're having a right good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys sleep on location?
We
Yeah.
did.
You guys did. All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Were you guys worried that you were going to get some haunted stuff going on?
I wasn't so much because I slept in the room with Steve.
So just because you
I was
sleep in a
too
room with somebody
scared.
doesn't mean that it's
I
not
don't
going to get
wanna-
haunted?
Well, no, but because I'm actually scared anyway of like ghosts and stuff. So even at home, I've obviously got my daughter with me, but if she's not there, I'll say to my mum, "Can you come and sleep in my room?" Because I'm scared and I don't want to be like in a room of my own because I'm vulnerable when I'm sleeping. So when I knew we were going to this place, I was like, right, there's no way I'm sleeping in a room of my own.
Yeah. Have you
Chopper,
seen
I'm
that?
coming with you. And then he kind of just obliged and was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Are you sure you can't have your own room?" I was like, "I'm sure." He was like, "Okay, then fine." So I
Yeah, there's
wasn't
that
really
meme
scared. Pardon?
where there's like that little kid who's like, "Mom, can you sleep in my room?" And she's like, "No, I don't want that demon to come get me." And you're just like, "Dude, that's messed up." So you do it just because somebody. All right, well, thank you, Steve. You did it. You saved
Saved the
her,
day, Chop.
Save the day.
dude.
But yeah, to be honest, I didn't even think about if it was haunted. I think what was consuming my thoughts was let's get this product as good as we can. You know what I mean? Like all the time. Let's make it as good as we can. Let's make sure everything sticks to schedule. Let's make sure we get the shots we need. Let's make sure the acting's good. Let's make sure the shot selection's good. Let's make sure it looks good on screen. Just everything, wasn't it? It's just
Yeah.
and at the same time enjoying it as much as we can. So yeah.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be awesome. And then the fact that you stayed there too, that's
Well, there was actually more than one location. We weren't when we did the Abbey shoot. We weren't actually staying in the Abbey. Obviously, it's a derelict building and it's huge and freezing. But we were there was more than one location, and we were staying in the other location, which was a 15th century large house. So,
Yeah.
so there's two main locations of the film.
no, that's awesome. Is it just open? Anybody can stay there? Like if we weren't on vacation, could we
Yeah.
be like, hey, let's go get a room there tonight?
You could, yeah, you could.
Really?
Yeah.
You could. It's
You
on
have to
Airbnb.
pay, obviously, for both locations.
Yeah.
But
It'd be quite expensive though to hire because it's a big place.
yeah.
If you want, but yeah, in theory you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that what's that big boat called out in California, like near Long Beach, like the Queen Mary.
Someone mentioned that to us.
The Queen Mary. Like it's they do haunted tours and haunted everything like that because the Queen Mary is supposed to be a haunted big old cruise ship or something like that.
Oh yeah, they do haunted New Year's.
Yeah.
I am. I've had a couple friends that have stayed there. I don't think anything has ever happened to them though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you see, like if I was like a crew member there, I'd be like, "Oh hell yeah, dude! Wait till this night. I'm just gonna start walking around being like, you know, did you hear that last night?" And they'll be like, "No." We're like, "Oh damn, that's crazy, bro." But now that I'm making fun of it, they're gonna be like, "You know what, Brian? I hope you get haunted," and then it's all caught on film. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I did that once at work actually because there was this theory that if all three elevators came up because we were on the 9th floor, like to the 9th floor empty in the middle of the night, somebody was gonna die, one of the patients.
Damn,
like people believe this. Yeah.
Wow.
So like one night, like I went down to go drop off like a specimen at the lab, and I just sat there for like 5 minutes and sent all three elevators up empty to the 9th floor.
And that was the night that 87 patients died.
I was about to say.
It was really messed up. No, we love the whole, like, we had a condo once, and like it was just a big circle, like everything was connected, you know, like the master bedroom was connected to a bathroom, that bathroom was connected to like a laundry room, that laundry room was connected to I think another bathroom, and then that bathroom was connected to a bedroom, and then that bedroom was connected to a living room, just a big circle, you know. And I remember my youngest sister, like, hopefully she's not listening to this, but she had her friends come over one night and they were doing the whole Bloody Mary thing, you know? And so I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. And so I was doing laundry and I heard them say, we dare you to go in by yourself. And I was like, oh, hell yes. Like, I've never been a tennis player, but they lobbed this one to me. And so she goes in there and she starts doing her Bloody Mary thing. So I hurry up and I grab her by the mouth and I freaking kidnap her and go the other way. And I shut the door behind me. And I hear her friends screaming that she's missing and that happened, everything like that. And so, yep, all those little girls, I guarantee they've never played Bloody Mary since.
I bet they're traumatized.
Probably. I haven't talked to my sister in about 35 years.
That's why.
No, so all of them. What was that? I'm sorry.
In Vegas, did he do any like horror nights or like spooky nights or anything like that over there?
I know we're supposed to be getting a version of how they do like Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. They're doing like a smaller version here at Area 15.
Didn't they used to do
What's up?
something to it? Circus.
Oh yeah, no. At the Circus, they do the Terror Dome or the Fright Dome or whatever it is.
Yeah, Fright Dome.
Yeah, they do that in October, and now they're bringing what is it? The Universal Classic Monsters, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then a couple original ideas.
But I mean, you can just go down to Fremont Street like right now at 9:40 in the morning, and you can see a bunch of people. There's always the lady who's dressed up as the nun. There's,
oh yeah,
there's always everything.
People will
You
still be
know?
coming in from the previous night out, won't they? Some of them.
Yeah, no.
Probably.
Yeah, you can just go anywhere right now. Go to Walmart right now, and I guarantee there's some
Yeah.
messed up things to see. It's always
Oh yeah,
it's
and we
always a
have
horror comedy.
what is it? We have the Saw escape room. We
Oh
have
yeah,
the It chapters 1 and 2 from the same people.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got some stuff.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So now, like you said, you've been to Vegas multiple times. Hopefully, when you come back into town, let us know. You know,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to come back.
walk
I
down the
used to go
strip
a
and see
lot.
people. What was
Yeah.
that?
I used to go a lot. I used to come over sometimes. Well, just because I enjoy Vegas, but if the boxing was on, a bit of a
Yeah,
boxing fan, I used to pop over. But yeah, I used to it used to be my favorite place to go. Vegas, definitely. Yeah, I loved it.
yeah. It's like I said, a bunch of stuff. And then depending on what you want to do and who you know, it can lead to a bunch of other stuff. So I think those movies Hangover, they're not that far off of what actually
They're not.
Yeah,
can go on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Great.
what else you got, Anthony?
Um,
This is gonna be a really weird one. Do we ask them the super hard questions?
we can.
I mean, maybe.
Wait,
Right.
we're doing a really long build up for very simple questions here. Yeah.
Right.
No, we just
Dun,
we just
dun.
try to. It's the psych out.
It's like getting tattoos. It's the anticipation of getting a tattoo is so much worse than getting the actual tattoo.
So is there anything that you're watching right now?
Whether
I
you
You
would
said
give
just
us
horror
finished watching Squid
movies.
Game.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
one or
Number
two.
two. Well, I watched number one when that came out, but number two. So I've just
Haven't.
finished the whole series of number two,
Which
season two.
I just
I haven't
finished
seen number
one.
two yet.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I said I haven't seen number two yet, Anthony. Don't say anything.
I haven't seen number 2 yet. I was going
Okay.
to ask, did you like 2 more than 1?
No.
I've
That's
heard
what I keep
that.
hearing.
I know. It kind of makes me not even want to watch two.
You need to watch it because
I'm
there's
not
a number 3 coming out, so you need to watch it.
Really, I heard that they didn't get signed for it.
No, there is. It's being released this year.
Ah, all right.
Have you seen it, Steve?
I've only seen a bit of the first series.
Oh, really?
I thought it was quite good, and I can sort of understand why it took off, but it probably wasn't really my thing.
Yeah.
I could have carried on watching it, to be fair, but I always seem to find different things to do, such
Yeah.
as working or going to the gym.
Also, how we mentioned, my kid and watching stuff. We didn't let him watch Squid Game yet, and I think he was in 3rd grade when it first came out. And so he comes home. He's like, "Yeah, we're starting to play Squid Game at school," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's called red light, green light. Like, what the? That's not Squid Game." And so my kid does not know any Korean at all, but he'd come home and start being like, and I was like, "What are you saying, bro?" He's like, "I was singing Squid Game." I was like, "God, that's so offensive. What the hell?" Like, we have some Korean friends and they love the show, and I'm just like, I dare you to sing it in front of them. Like, but yeah. So going to school as a 3rd grader, that he'd come home and be like, "Yeah, we're going to play Squid Games at school," and I was like, "God, it's called tug of war, or like something,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, this is a reason why we love the movies where influencers get dealt with, because they're given so much bad impressions. Like, you ask a bunch of kids, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's no longer like a fireman or a cop or, a doctor. It's always like, I want to be an influencer. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to do this year. It's like, all right, I've failed as a parent because of stuff like this. Yeah,
The world's changed, hasn't it?
dude, so different. I'm trying to find the other. So with that, then, do you have any suggestions or anything that you can tell us to watch? Here it is.
I mean, for me, probably not, because I don't really watch. I mean, I love acting in horror films and I love making them, but I don't really watch them. For me, as far as God, it's not that exciting. But as far as horror films go, I used to watch the Scream films, which
Uh-huh.
I'm sure everyone's seen. But yeah, I thought they were really good, especially the first couple. I like them a lot. But in terms of new stuff, I'm probably not the best person to ask. And I don't know if you don't watch many
I'm
horrors.
definitely not the best person to ask.
No, it's not even. We've had people that are just like, watch Mrs. Doubtfire if you haven't seen it. We're just like, really? All right. No, and you know what? It's funny too. We've talked to a couple people, and they're like, we don't even watch horror movies. We're like, but you played in this movie. They're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we just did it, and we're just like, damn, and you did such a good job. And they're just like, we just did it. We're just like,
Yeah,
all right,
so
well,
many
there you
people
go.
who are in like horror movies don't watch them. It's so weird.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, the what I watched recently. I'm sure you've heard of this one before. It's not horror, but obviously, but it's Cobra Kai. You know the old Karate
Oh,
Kid.
Love
hell
Cobra
yeah.
Kai.
I thought they were pretty well done, aren't they? They did a good job with them.
They're
Johnny
still
Lawrence.
waiting. What is it? February is when
Last,
maybe the last one comes out.
and
Yeah,
then they're
part
doing a
3.
film, aren't they, as well, or the finished film? Yeah,
Yeah, we're all caught up with Cobra Kai.
Well,
it's good.
you are. I'm not. I got to catch
Oh
up.
man,
But no, Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah,
That's my guy. I've been riding with Johnny Lawrence since the beginning.
yeah,
Ever
it's
since
very good.
ever since he swept the leg.
Yeah,
man. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. I just thought they did such a good job, to bring these old characters back to life, and yeah,
Did you
it's
see they're making what is it? Karate Kid Legends or something like that?
yeah.
Where
I
they're
was in the cinema
having
recently. I saw the trailer for it. Yeah,
Daniel LaRusso and Jackie Chan. But
yeah.
isn't Jackie Chan Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah, he's Mr. Miyagi.
So then he's going to say,
I think he had some sort of he got trained by Mr. Miyagi, maybe, or there's some sort of connection with Mr. Miyagi.
yeah, and then they have the kid from oh my god, not the brother's son. He's in. I can't remember what he's in, but yeah, he's in another martial arts thing. He's pretty. I like that guy, even though I don't even know his name or the name of the show that he's in. But all right,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And is there anything? Because I know we're talking about something you're working on, but is there anything else you're working on that you can talk about?
Um, from what's in current progress for me, there isn't. There's some films coming out soon that me and Tash have both been in that'll be coming out this year. A few more horror films, and so
all right. What are
you,
those ones so we can write them down?
so
And
Tasha, you've got Mouse of Horrors and Mouseboat Massacre, which are two mouse-related films coming. I'm in Mouse of Horrors with you, aren't I? And also we've got Hook. We're both in as well.
we got
And I
what
think
was that last one? I'm sorry.
Hook, as in Captain Hook.
Hook. Got it.
And also you've got another one, haven't you?
Yeah, fairest of them all.
First of them all, yeah.
Fairest of them
Oh,
all.
like what is it? Not Sleeping Beauty.
Snow White.
Snow White.
It's yeah, like princesses.
Okay.
Oh, so that's another great thing. I think that with what do you call it? Blood and Honey. I think that was. I mean, I could be wrong. I probably am. Was like the start of what? Let's start doing these kids shows. Like I feel like now that
Yeah, I feel like that was the start. Yeah.
that now that we are the quote adults, that we're the ones that are in charge of watching movies now, and so they're making all these movies that when we were kids we knew of and stuff like that, and now we're just like, oh hell yeah! So all the remakes, well not remakes, but all the things of Winnie the Pooh, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Three Blind Mice, Cinderella's Curse, like you're saying, the fairest of them all, like great. And you said these are coming out this year. Any idea when?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we've not produced them. We were just acting in these films. So the release will obviously be up to the producers. But I'd be surprised if they're not out this year because most of them were filmed last year, as in early last year, wasn't it? I
Oh,
think.
wow.
Apart from,
Yeah.
you had the first of them all was about August time, wasn't it? So maybe that'll be a bit later.
Yeah,
Or maybe
first of them all
September.
might be a bit later than like Hawk and stuff, I think, probably.
Yeah, but the other films must be coming soon. Let's just say that they must be.
Yeah, they've got to be.
Yeah, I would have thought they'd be finished by now. So it's just a case of
Yeah.
releasing them. But yeah.
Nice. All right. Those were our hard questions.
Well, yeah, I did have
Oh, there you go.
I did have like one more question because this is like Natasha, your death scene in Winnie the Pooh. It's such like a slow, intentional death scene.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that just stuck with me. It's like it's a really good one because the rest of that movie is very like, just in your face / and that's one of those where you build it a little bit and
Yeah.
it was really good. Like, how was it shooting that? Was it like what was the experience?
It was obviously that was my first film. So I didn't really know what went into filming and stuff. I've had like the experience from school and stuff like that, where I did like a little bit of theatre and stuff at school. I'd never like filmed before, so that was new in itself. But when it comes to the death scene, obviously that was the most difficult scene I had to film that day, or like for that film. It was freezing. So that was the only problem. If it was like midsummer and it was really hot, that scene would have been super easy, super chill. But it was so cold and I was on the floor for hours and I only had like a bikini on, obviously, and because I'd meant to have just come out the hot tub, they were putting like oil on me and like I couldn't move anywhere, obviously, because I had my feet tied behind my back. So they'd
Oh,
say
God.
cut and someone would just lift my head and put a pillow under and then cover me and I'd just like lay there waiting for them to say action again. So yeah, it was pretty difficult to film, but it was worth it. And the crew and obviously the rest of the cast as well were really, really helpful. Like I said, every time someone said cut, there'd be so many people running over and covering me and putting a pillow under my head and people coming over to me and going, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Is there anything that you need? Do you need a drink? Do you need a break?" And I obviously just wanted to get it done. I was like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. So it was a lot easier with the people that we had there because everyone was so supportive and really helpful. And then obviously we went for pickups another day. So when it went viral and they got given more money for it, that's when it became like super gory. So originally it was to the point that he runs over my head. So just before he runs over my head, that's where it would have cut. So you wouldn't have actually seen my face or head or anything like that. You would have just seen the car go like that over my head. But when they got given more money, that was obviously the most like viral thing, like the pictures of me in the hot tub and stuff. So they were like, we need to do something with this. So then we picked up for that, which that wasn't actually too bad because I just had to put a bikini on the top half. And because it was just close ups, I had like a towel under me, a towel on top. Like I had covers all over me. So the floor wasn't hard, it wasn't cold. I had stuff over me. So I wasn't like cold or anything. The only problem was the screaming, which again, like beggars can't be choosers, so it wasn't too bad. But it wasn't the easiest scene in the world to film, but it was definitely worth it.
Did you go back to the same location for the reshoot?
No, I went back to a different one. So for the first location, I'm pretty sure it was Kent for the original, and then for the second one, I think it was like an area near Kent because I remember it being like 3 or 4 hours away from me, but it was literally took us like 15 minutes to film it. So I drove down, filmed it, and then drove home.
Dang.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. So I guess the last question then would be, how does anybody follow you or, find you or anything like that? Like your Instagram, your social media accounts. I don't know if you want to give your real address. But yeah, if someone wanted to follow you on social media, how do they get you? If you want to. We've never even asked that. Like, hey, you know what? If somebody's like, actually, no, that's no. Like, that's kind of rude. Should we have asked, like, you guys? Should we have been like, hey, do you want people to follow you on social media? Or is it
No,
more?
we do.
All right. Sorry. What a jackass. My bad. Oh, yeah, go for it.
I thought you were going to say it, Chop. No.
Oh, I can if you want.
All right, sorry. Yeah, we have got an Instagram account. Sorry, I thought you were going to. Of course, yeah. So it's instagram.com/TAWE LTD. It's TAW Entertainment. We're also online.
Oh, you're kind of back. Can you scoot forward a little and say it? You were really low.
I was low, was I?
Yeah,
Oh,
now
sorry.
you're good.
So, yeah, so we've got a website, tawentertainment.com. We're also on Instagram. TAWE LTD is the Instagram handle.
All right, Tosh. Anything for you?
No, I guess just follow us on Instagram to check up on what we're doing, our latest things. Very exciting stills and behind the scenes videos will be coming out soon. So definitely check it out. And you'll be able to find both of our personal Instagrams from there anyway. So go to the company Instagram and you'll be able to find everything there that you want.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day. And
thank you.
yeah, we look forward
That's
to the
okay. Thank you
movies.
for having us.
We look forward to the movies. Thanks, guys.
Nice one. Thank you.
Between